Taurus, I'm about to be telling you the one thing you want to always hear from your tarot reader, and that your future is looking absolutely bright. Your future is looking insane here, Taurus, right? I see a lot of things, like your knowledge, the things that you've gone through from your life experiences here. Like you are absolutely, Taurus, going to be having a wonderful Thanksgiving. I don't know why, but like when I was pulling out your Celtic cross for your tarot reading today, Taurus, I was being shown like an abundant Thanksgiving table. And so I feel like by the time Thanksgiving comes around, your bank account, especially, and your loved ones like are coming together. Like you're going to be well off. 2023 is the year where your bank account's getting filled up, darling. So hello, let me introduce myself, Taurus. My name is SimplyVelca. Something that's a little bit different from me from other tarot readers, Taurus, is that, well, yes, I'll talk about the good things that you're manifesting in your life, but what good is in knowing that if you don't know how to go from point A to point B? And so my tarot readings try to provide a little bit of a blueprint of what's going on in your life, so you have a little bit of sense of direction towards about what to do after this tarot reading. So if I sound like the perfect tarot reader for you, darling, then let's just get into this here, Taurus. All right, starting out with your current situation here, Taurus, you have the Six of Cups here with the Nine of Swords. And so, Taurus, this is the really important part. Well, and later on in your tarot reading, I'm going to be showcasing to you just like quite literally like your bank statements of like how I know for a fact your finances are about to be improving tenfold. You need to listen to this part here, Taurus, because this is where you currently are, where it's like you're referencing something that has happened in your past, right? With that Six of Cups energy, something happened in your past, or that's the source of something, right? Or the source of where that is, the history. And then the Nine of Swords is this is what you're looking like at night, right? Some of you Tauruses are probably watching this tarot reading while you're trying to avoid going to sleep, right? Because you can't sleep because you're feeling really anxious about your life. You're feeling stressed out about how things are going to be going, or how you quite literally go from point A to point B to point C, so on and so forth. There's this sense from you that I get from you, Taurus, where it's like you really want to make something more of yourself, but it's almost as if it's hard for you to make anything more of yourself when you feel like you're trying to keep your head above water. And so it's impossible for you to delve into new projects, try to do different things when you're trying to just quite literally survive, Taurus. And so what I get here in your coming days, Taurus, is that yes, in your past, you are having some struggles. I don't want to like unpack what has happened in the past. You know, you lived through it. It sucks, whatever happened, right? But what I want to be telling you, Taurus, is that I'm noticing this sense of where you're afraid of taking action, Taurus, and trying to create something for yourself because it's something that happened in the past, and because your past was a heavy struggle. Now that things are starting to get good for you or starting to calm down, like you don't really want to rock the boat, when quite literally for you right now, Taurus, it seems to be like in your life, and I keep on being shown like 2 to 3. So like in the next 2 to 3 weeks, Taurus, there's going to be some type of opportunity that your spiritual team is trying to get you to notice, to get you to start delving into, because it'd be extremely profitable for you, Taurus. How do I know this? Let's talk about this here. In the Four of Cups in specific, Taurus, the Four of Cups is someone that has 3 cups laid out in front of them. You are this person sitting under this tree. Eyes are crossed, arms are crossed, eyes are closed, because you're just closed off to the situation because of these 3 cups being empty. But what this person doesn't see, what you don't see, my beautiful Taurus, what you don't see, because this is who you are, you see this other cup that is completely filled, that they're trying to offer to you, an opportunity, right? A person. You don't see that because you're closed off. And so your spiritual team is trying to grab your attention right now, Taurus, and have you be more open. Yes, you are trying to survive right now, and yes, there's some crappy things that might be currently going on, or just some chaotic stuff. Like, I'm not going to be the tarot reader that's just, oh darling, like everything happens for a reason. Like sometimes it just sucks. Life just sometimes sucks, and sometimes you can't always put all your energy into trying to get projects off the ground and all that, because like you have to eat, you have to survive. Like, I get it, Taurus. But what I can be telling you right now is that look for where your spiritual team is trying to get you to pay attention, because even in the Nine of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, Taurus, is somebody that is always surrounded by pentacles, and it's usually illustrated by a familiar, like usually a bird, like an Avery. In this case, it's a cat. and they guide them to each pentacle. And by definition, Taurus, what the Nine of Pentacles represents is a card of self-sustaining, someone that's able to take care of themselves. And so you read in between the lines with these tarot cards, darling, and you look into the illustrations, right? It is like this direct message here where your spiritual team doesn't want you to be closed-minded due to your current situation, because they're trying to give you a lifeline, but it's a lifeline that you wouldn't normally consider, and it's something that you would be in control of the income. So I would be paying attention to different opportunities right now, Taurus, for you to do like a side hustle or something in that manner there, because it's in the intent of getting a revenue flow going for you. I see you in this Queen of Swords energy here where you're just really protective. You don't want to take any more risks than necessary, because taking risks can make everything possibly fall over. And I feel like right now for you, Taurus, you're craving stability more than anything else, and I don't fault you for that. All right, at the end of the day, Tarot's not here to tell you what to do with your life, because we all are in very unique situations here. But what I can provide for you, Taurus, is like what is available, what is for you. It's like checking the weather. You get to make the decision whether or not you want to go outside or not. They're just telling you, the weather person is just telling you whether it's raining or windy or what have you. All right, but I just don't want you to avoid taking any chances based off of, again, your past, because I do get like this sense of like afraid of failure. I don't know if there's something recently that really traumatic happened in your life recently, Taurus, or just in your past. Perhaps you tried to do certain things and it just was not as successful as you would like it to. But there's just, I don't know, what is keeping you up at night here, Taurus? Because now we get into the really good cards here, my friend. All right, Taurus, in your power position, you have the Knight of Wands. This is something that a lot of people struggle when they're trying to do their own business or try to make something of themselves, Taurus, but you have the power position on this. What this Knight of Wands represents, Taurus, is somebody that is able to live in their truth, live in their passion. You are the type of person, Taurus, where it's like you walk into the room and you just by existing, like people probably call you funny, Taurus, and it's not like you are some type of comedian where it's like you tell a bunch of jokes, whatever, but I feel like you're very much so like a end of moment type of funny person, where it's like in your environments, like the environment just helps really nourish a place for you to be funny. Like you just grab the attention of people. Like you don't really struggle with the passion or anything. Like you are just you, Taurus. I want you to take more advantage of that. And if you were to take advantage of it and maybe just give yourself credit for that, Taurus, maybe I wouldn't feel so this strong desire for you to just get you to notice your strengths here and be willing to take a risk or be willing to delve into something that could increase, like that could be like a new stream of revenue for you. All right, because you are highly intelligent, Taurus. This is in your outcome position. We're skipping a couple cards, but I want to get to this point real quick first, and then we get into the real money, honey. But you're extremely intelligent, Taurus. All right, as the King of Swords, you're extremely intelligent. I get like this distinction. Maybe some people in your past made you doubt as if you were intelligent, perhaps. If that is the case, that really sucks. But what I can be telling you, Taurus, is like you don't give your mind enough credit. And I know even when it comes to just pop culture astrology, Tauruses, or some people will sometimes project onto Tauruses and say that they're a little bit airheaded and just stubborn, but it's like, no, Taurus, like you have a really good head on your shoulders, and it's something that could really be profitable for you. You have the Ten of Pentacles coming in here for you, Taurus. This is where we get into the real juice. This is the best financial card here. So you have the Nine of Pentacles, you have the Ten of Pentacles, and then even afterwards, you have the Six of Pentacles. Like you got all the pentacles that you'd, I mean, I guess the only way that you would want more from this, Taurus, is perhaps like an Ace of Pentacles. But, you know, let's not get greedy here, darling. Ultimately here, Taurus, this is letting you know that the efforts that you put in right now are going to be something that's extremely profitable. The Six of Pentacles represents the scales. What you put in one side is what you get out on the other side here, right? And so this is like a direct message. How you would translate this as, Taurus, to your own personal life, as an example, is if I had Taurus in my chart, I would see this and I'd be like, okay, the YouTube videos that I put out, the content that I put out now, nothing's really changed besides me just putting the content out. And I'm going to get more views than what I normally would get from that type of thing, from the efforts that I put in. Whereas, you know, sometimes you can put so much effort into a project and only get a couple of views or something like that. So do you see how that translates? So figure out how that is more so correlated for your life. Obviously, I'm in a unique position, Taurus, when it comes to YouTube videos, but you get the point. So let's get some final thoughts when it comes for your situation right now, Taurus. Overall, I really hope that this motivates you and inspires requires you for you to take a little bit, not you, I say risk, but it's more so just being willing to bet on yourself, Taurus. That's ultimately what I see this reading as, is be willing to bet on yourself. And then what do I say, darling? We continue on with the Pentacles. You know, I talked about the Ace of Pentacles, but then we have this Page of Pentacles. This would be the perfect representation of a new stream of revenue available for you to go after, Taurus. All right, so really this is a time for you, Taurus, to be prioritizing personal projects. See what passions of yours, what hobbies of yours that you could potentially monetize. All right, because you are destined to have a little bit more control over your own money, over your own finances. You're not really meant to just have 1 cent here. So let's do a couple more. And yeah, we have the Ace of Cups with the Wheel of Fortune. New opportunities going to be finding you, as well as just your heart chakra overall with that Ace of Cups there is being fulfilled. Abundance, just overall abundance. And the Wheel of Fortune, things are turning in your favor here, Taurus. So it's like the messages just keep on flowing. It's times are different for you, Taurus. I can really promise you by, again, Thanksgiving, darling, you're gonna be eating good. You like your loved ones are get like everything's really looking solid for you in your future, Taurus. So I love you so much. Hopefully something in here resonated with you, Taurus. And if you want more clarity in your life, you can book a one-on-one private reading with me on my website, SimplyVelca.com. Bye, Taurus.